Let's take a look at the chart action for Bitcoin. All right, so here is what I'm looking at. We have resistance right here and resistance right here. We're basically looking at this downtrend. That's the main thing that I'm focusing on right now. Let's draw the downtrend, something like this. And until we break this line decisively, then I'm looking at the previous support level down here sitting at around maybe 41k. I have a limit order sitting down here. The next thing I'm looking at is if we jump in the 4-hour time frame, it kind of looks like we might be getting a little bit of support right now. We have support right here and support right here. Let's do a trend line going from those support lines, something like this. If we break this trend line going to the downside, then that'll give me more confidence about this target down here. But until then, it looks like we're kind of holding support, and we might be holding support until we break out. I'm not sure. Right now, what I'm looking at in the smaller time frame, though, is we also have resistance right here, and resistance right here. And it looks like we're testing that resistance right now. So in general, what I would be looking at in the smaller time frame is if we could break this trend line going to the upside, I would say maybe we could target this resistance or this resistance right here. We also have kind of like a smaller little triangle pattern. We have support and support, kind of like an uptrend going up like that. Let's do a trend line pushing us up like this. If we break this trend line going to the downside, then, and we kind of already did, it was like a little bit better than it is right now, but it looks like we're holding support. Let's adjust it like this. Now I'm looking at this line right here. If we break it going further down, then I'll be looking at this bottom right here. But right now it looks like we're testing this going to the upside. If we could break this going up, oh, the other thing I was looking at is the triangle. So we have resistance right here and resistance right here. We have this triangle pattern, something like this. Let's draw another trend line like this. If we break this going to the upside, we can also kind of target this triangle, top to the bottom of the triangle, drag that to the breakout, and we're looking at a target of approximately 50,468. And like I said, it kind of lines up with this resistance right here. This resistance is sitting at around 50,600, and then the top is sitting around 51.7, 51.8, somewhere around there. So in general, what I'll be doing is waiting for a breakout. Let's see if we can get a breakout, maybe come up, hit this target, or maybe come up and hit this target. I think the other thing we could do is watch this trend line. As long as it's going to the upside, I think it's trending up. But right now, it looks like we're kind of having to decide whether we go up or whether we go down and hold support on here, or break that support line and start to retest this one down here. One other thing I want to show you is if we switch over the daily time frame, we are looking at the 9 moving average right now. This is one of the other things that I really like paying attention to. Let's actually go ahead and delete everything. We have the 9 moving average right here, and we had this trend line going like that, something like that. Let's go ahead and pull it back. What I'm thinking is it's possible that this 9 moving average right here, let's say we break this trend line going to the upside, and it's possible that this 9 moving average gives us trouble and pushes us back down. If we can break above this 9 moving average and stay above it, let's say we can break up into this area and stay in this area, then I think that's going to be generally a bullish signal. I think being above this 9 moving average is definitely better than being below it. As you can see right here, we dropped below it right here, and ever since then we've been getting resistance on it. We came up, tried to test it again right here, got rejected, and started heading down again. Right now it looks like we're coming in to test it. I want to see us break above it and start getting support on it. Then it can maybe push us to the upside. Maybe we can start breaking this trend line. In general, I do like the way it's testing the daily right now. However, at the same time, it's possible that it keeps pushing us to the downside. Like I said, we're going to have to wait and see with this triangle pattern. Maybe that'll give us a better signal. Whether, like in general, like what I'm saying, I think if we can come up into this area and stay in here for a day or two and then push out of here, then I think that's going to be a bullish signal staying above this 9 moving average on the daily time frame. We might even see a big move if we can break above it. Usually when you break the 9 moving average, you get like a nice pump, or the day after, pretty much like right here, nice pump, right here, nice pump. Usually breaking it is a pretty bullish, and it causes some pretty good candles. In general, I think we're in a downtrend right here. So until we break this downtrend, I think we might be able to go to lower levels, which would be nice to accumulate more in. But after coming from these higher highs right here, I think these levels are pretty good too. And I've been trying to dollar cost average a little bit in here as well, just to lower my average from buying up here. It just looks like good levels compared to these levels up here, we have a couple different, if we zoom out a little bit, you can see that we have like this kind of area up here that we were in for a while. We had this area down here for a while, and then now we're kind of in this middle zone right here. So I mean, for the past little while now, it looks like we're kind of in this middle territory, and I'm kind of curious if, I don't know, we might even come down to this area, but I'm not sure right now. We'll have to wait and see when we can break this trend line going to the upside. I think that'll be a signal on a direction change. Maybe we can start getting a little more bullish in general, and at least start targeting the previous resistance levels up here. But yeah, in general, I'm trying to dollar cost average down, or just dollar cost average in general. Let me know where you think the price is going. I'll see you in the next video.